again with another one. Bubble gum. Switched it up. Motherfuckers was complaining because I smoking runts. I don't understand you. But guess what I got rolled up? More runts. This is bubble gum. What does this have to do with today's episode? Nothing. But the weed is what I'm calling. And not spazzing on a day-to-day. So I'm gonna give thanks to the herb right now. No more, no less. And we're gonna jump into something that is a super easy topic for me to discuss because it is so prevalent and relevant to my day-to-day, my relationship, and how it impacts and causes me to react to the pursuit of the independent career. Now, I don't know if it's just me or anybody else has been in this situation where you are pushing to succeed outside of what the norm of success is. And the norm of success is not the 1% of successful people. So it's not athletes that make it to the NBA. If you say you're going to the NBA in high school, people think you're crazy 9 times out of 10, unless you're really him. If you say you're going to the NFL, people think you're crazy unless you're really him. If you say you're going to UFC, people think you're crazy. Anytime you say you're going to become part of that small group of human beings that break through into what we as a collective observe and consider to be greatness, whenever you as an individual decide you're going to cross that threshold, if you have a partner, your partner to a degree is going to become make or break in regards to your individual pursuit of that level of greatness. How and why? You can't be in a relationship and not intrinsically intertwine almost every aspect of who and what you are with the other person, especially if you have that close, intimate relationship. You live together, so you're married, you share children. Life just gets more and more intertwined. It doesn't separate like when you were single or when you first got into the relationship. So last week, Vol.5, Senses with the Soul, we talked about that balance between the masculine and the feminine energy, how it presents in us as individuals. So I'm gonna observe in real time how I've been able to, since that conversation, use what I would want to consider more of my feminine nature to be able to avoid what may have become an argument based on our past arguments, to create the space that was needed for my partner to be able to speak to me candidly, even if it was uncomfortable, to, as Blake Shaw put it last week, to be the receiver, to allow someone to tell me how they feeling, unabashed, unabatedly, just observe it, and not allow the potential of my reactiveness to actually come to life. That's a hard thing to do. So I will give myself just the credit in the fact that I consciously went into a situation with my wife knowing that we needed to address something. She knew we needed to address something. She brought it to the table. It was a triggering moment. And I had to observe in real time the nature that I would observe to be masculine and the nature that I would observe to be feminine, you know, more of the calmer, again, just that listening ear, even though I might not really want to listen because you sound a little crazy right now. It happens to the best of us. You can't always make sense, especially when you're speaking from pure emotion, which at some point bleeds into pure logic. Because if you're just rambling emotion, it's just feeling. So at some point, you're not gonna make all the sense in the world. So as a partner, and as a man who is, I consider myself to be hyperlogical, gift and curse, I had to almost step out of myself. As much as I didn't want to, like I literally didn't even want to have a conversation at that point, but it had to happen. She recognized it had to happen. She commanded the conversation, and I switched gears in real time to allow it to occur. Now, there's so much more work as individuals that we need to do. Why is this such an important thing for me to even bring up? Because Again, I was talking about the connection between you and your partner and the pursuit to personal greatness. If you're having these fallouts with your partner, if you're having these tiffs with your partner, you have to think, if you're in flow state, meaning what you dream is now your plan. The plan is now in action. You're manifesting. Your thoughts, your actions, they all align. Your energy, it's all aligned. It's all going towards the same goal, the same direction. Let's say you get 4 days in a row of that flow. You feel it. Golden. Nothing can stop you. The world is mine. We've all had that. I hope most of us have had that moment. Now again, let's integrate that tip with your partner. That bad morning. The argument that just throws you off because you don't even understand what you're arguing about because it's very illogical and emotionally charged. Now you're out of flow. Now your energy is going in one direction. Your thoughts are going in a different direction. And your actions might have stopped completely because you most likely shifted gears to address the issue. So as us, as the creators, those that are pushing towards success in a realm of observable greatness. It's observable when you cross that threshold. Nobody denies it. They can't, they see it. It's like you're the Sherpa at the top of a mountain. Don't matter how you got there. Everybody knows a dog shit ton of work to get there. So if we are the individuals attempting to climb the mountain, I think it behooves us to observe. Just because we're the ones climbing the mountain, it doesn't mean that our partners are under sometimes almost the equivalent, if not more, stress based on what they're imagining. Especially if they don't feel like they can assist us in climbing that mountain. See, this is where it gets tricky because we don't observe these parts of it. I didn't. That's not how I looked at it at first. So the relationship is either going to make or break because that flow state, which is extremely hard for many to get into. And again, once you get into it, you feel unstoppable. Once you're out of it, it's the worst feeling because you question whether you'll be able to get it back. Our partners, our connections to our partners, the relationships, how we foster the relationship, how we observe the relationship as it grows and or erodes is extremely important. For no other reason than if we chose the path to greatness and we believe we are starting to transcend and or ascend into that realm of greatness to some degree, especially if we had the partner when that journey began, it is because of them to some degree. They are part of the catalytic series of events that were needed for us to get into that go mode, that flow state. We'll lose sight of that because we'll get caught up in the emotion, whereas we were attempting to remain logical. So again, this is just a recap, a quick one. It's called an observation of the center. Because in real time, I can say to myself whether I'm being centered or not. I can lie, but I'm only lying to myself. So I'm going back and forth with somebody I care about. The energy is on us to control if we're the ones truly observing that we have control of our energy flow, recognizing how it's going to impact everyone we're dealing with. Again, specifically our partners. You say you want greatness in your life, you either on your solo dolo right now, finding yourself and building yourself up, or potentially you have a partner and you're still in that process of building yourself up, but you have someone that's attempting to help you build you. Don't lose sight of that shit, especially if you start getting emotion. Your partner might not be able to move at the same speed as you. Your partner might not be meant to move at the same speed as you. That don't change that you pick your partner for a reason. So recognize the relationships that mean the most to you. And when you do start to get closer to your golden reality and that land of glory, make sure the people around you deserve to be there. No more, no less. Because we'll forget who helped us to get there, replace people with people that we think should be there. And all you did was bring the snakes back into your garden. It took you so long to clean the out in the first place. So, stay the course. Saga continues. Rising laws. Patreon coming soon. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, ka-ching! Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're here, doing the work so the work gets done. Greatness is a choice. No more, no less. Nobody's special. Choose or don't. It's your life. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.